It is a brisk 60 degrees out this morning.
So when you are used to 100-degree weather over the summer and it kind of really drops pretty quickly down into the 60s, it's cold.
That's true.
But that's not why we're here today.
No, so what we're doing today is totally unweather related, but it's just nice to actually work when it's not super hot out. But today we are going to build our first upper cabinet.
Up here.
It's going to be up here. So, also if we get to it, so if you remember our Vancillary shelf that we put over the driver and passenger seat, we're going to try and frame that out for you in this video as well.
We'll see. We'll see like how long this takes, but you know, in true Sandy and Jed fashion, what should take one day takes like 5.
One of the very first steps that we did is we have to account for this curve in the corner here. So we did it by scribing. So we use this to scribe, and this is super cheap. You can pick it up at any hardware store. It's a compass. It's got a little pointy end and a little piece for lead where you can trace along the wall. So you want to set this for your widest part. Which for us is right about here. You're going to take the sharp pointy end and try not to scratch the paint. Now this is going to take several cuts to do. If you get it on your first try, then awesome. If you don't want to use this compass, which, I mean, it is kind of flimsy and it kind of moves, so the angle that you use is important. So you can also scribe it by hand. So you want to hold your pencil in the exact position and angle every time. So even though you don't have as much room, you can pretty much get the same result. So after many trips of running back and forth to the van, this is my template. It took me a lot of swearing and probably about 50 trips inside and outside of the van to make sure that we got our angle that we wanted. So now I'm going to trace this. We're using 1/2 inch for our cabinets, 1/2 inch Baltic birch plywood, and we're going to trace this out and then we're going to jigsaw it. I don't know if anybody else out there feels like they're not very good with a jigsaw, but I would consider myself not very good with a jigsaw. This is what we ended up with. To make it, so the jigsaw, I don't have a guide or anything to really get it straight on the line. So what I ended up doing afterwards is clamping these together, sanding the sides to get the same angle so that these end pieces that we just made are as close to identical as possible. I'm actually pretty happy the way these turned out. Moving along to our bottom portion, so we're going to have a piece of 1/2 inch plywood that's going to be pocket holed to our ends, and I've just finished measuring this out, straightening with my little guide here because I don't have a table saw. We are using a circular saw for this. If you're interested in how to make your own guide without buying a guide, then it's just measure between the blade and the guard and you'll come up with where exactly your blade will end up each time. Let's make a shelf. Okay, so we've finished the supports on the cabinets. As you can see, it's pretty sturdy. I'm liking the way it's coming out so far. Sandy's going to work out puttying the pocket holes so that we can get it sanded down and painted, but now it's time we're going to build the frame. I don't know what's going on over there. I think they're grinding up an entire house, but we're going to build a frame and put it on the front. We're going to start working on the template now for this little funky area over here. I'm going to do it freehand this time. see how it turns out. All right, now we'll cut this little funky shape out, get a little closer, and repeat the process. And through the magic of video editing and YouTube, here it is. It only took me like half a dozen trips back and forth tracing it. You have to keep tracing it little by little, and eventually you'll get what you want. But look at that. That looks pretty good, I think.
Perfect.
So, done making the templates on either side. I think they look pretty good and they fit pretty good. Cabinet's coming along really nicely. We're just waiting for some paint to dry, and we'll get cracking on this first thing in the morning.
We painted, or a first coat of paint on the cabinet and the front frame yesterday. So we are about to attach the frame. And then we'll do a little bit of sanding and put a second coat on, and this puppy is going to be ready to go up.
Yeah, hopefully my coffee's going to kick in soon, so...
Yeah, he's just standing back there staring at the world.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Hi, Jed. Hi, world.
So, with much difficulty...
I think we got a little bit of footage of us trying to put this up there, but not a lot because...
And there's not going to be sound, because you do not want to hear the words that were...
No, you don't. No. But it's up here. We think it's pretty straight. A little secret, though, like when we put our window frame up, we put it up a little bit crooked, and we knew it was crooked when we put it up, but we decided we would wait until we got the upper cabinet in so we could make sure everything is kind of parallel, because there's nothing really in this van that's square or
level. Nothing.
level. So now that we've got it in, we're actually just going to fix the window. I mean, you can probably see it. Here, can you see that?
Yeah,
probably,
it looks...
You can probably see it. It's crooked, so we're going to fix it. We have to shift this side up or this side down, or to kind of level it out.
Requires a little bit of minor surgery, but it'll be worth it.
It might be a big surgery.
Good morning again.
So framing out the overhead compartment yesterday totally eluded us, and maybe it made us a little mad.
Yeah, so we, as you saw, we got the cabinet up, and that went okay. That wasn't too terrible, but I spent a long time creating the templates and stuff for the Vancillary shelf cabinet facade that we're building. They didn't fit.
Yeah.
Because I did not take into account that I needed to square it with the bottom of the cabinet, which I did not do. So both pieces are off. But
today we're gonna fix it.
Sandy came up with a brilliant idea. Tell him your idea. I'm gonna go get the other.
We're gonna make a frame, and then we're gonna butt it up against it, and hopefully we can salvage these boards and make it work. But I don't know, because woodworking, whole new thing for us.
Okay, so we fit it together. It looks like it's going to work, and the time hasn't been wasted on our two end pieces, so fingers crossed we're going to join these and work on the other side. Okay, so our frame is done. Basically, we have our square frame in the middle. We pocket hold that together, and then we made our custom side pieces, which we also pocket hold into the frame here. Looks like we got it how we want it, so we're going to go ahead and screw it in place. Fingers crossed that it is how we want it. Well, there she is in all her glory.
I don't think you can see her in the frame right now, but we'll get some close-ups. That's probably one of the tough... I mean, I know it seems like it's just a small little piece, but it's probably one of the toughest projects we've done, that framing out that overhead compartment.
Yeah, lots of revisions on like the templates, and then even the final pieces that I cut off the templates, those needed revisions as well. So, yeah. But even getting the screws in.
Lots of curse words.
Yeah.
Insert curse words here. And our divorce count's only at like 72.
Yeah. We're like below 100.
That's like pretty good for such a project.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's going to do it for this video. Make sure you like, subscribe.
All that jazz.
Yeah, throw some dirty comment down there. I don't even care anymore.
All right, guys. Until next time,
Stay wonderful.
Call it a day.